Shall we begin? Resume?
Let us.
Let us.
Let's begin.
So, as you can see, our party of 6 enters into this glade. And you have been following the stream for a little bit. And here, when you enter this space, you can see that the stream is coming from this waterfall up ahead. There is like this golden ray of light. Actually, wait, did I write a description? Yeah, I already read the description. So you see this waterfall being hit by sun rays, and that's the space you find yourselves in.
Is it like unusually allowing the sun to come in, like more so than the average Emerald space?
Yes. And there is this ambient, golden, glorious light here.
I don't recall people ever doing justice to the description of this place. Is this the Treemound? I've always been told it was mundane and unexciting. It is beautiful.
I have certainly never made the time for it on any journey to the Cloud Swift.
Minerva, should we proceed? Poke around a little bit?
Yes, I don't know what we're looking for, though. So, yes, should we spread out and just kind of try to investigate an orrery? Large, circular, stone, not hoops per se, but it should be very large and obvious. I don't see it here. I better not have brought us here for no reason. And she'll just kind of start investigating around, not like leading you guys per se. But she'll just start kind of moving up here. So you guys are free to let me know what you're doing.
Talia will go here, and she's going to kind of kneel to the ground, kind of carefully pulling up her dress above her knee to let her, not drag that through mud or anything. But she's going to reach into the river. And I think I'd like to try and cast Augury. It will take me a minute, so everyone else is welcome to poke around, but she might be interested in reaching into the stream and trying to almost pull out moonlight from it as she tries to understand this space and ask a question of Sehanine. But we can get back to that. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna explore the ridge line here, like where the forest kind of ends and like enters into this kind of like plain of grass beside the river, and just like kind of just watching the tree line for birds and other creatures or movement or whatnot.
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll a survival check, but I'm not gonna tell you what the result is until other people start kind of describing what they're doing as well. So you can roll that when you're ready.
And I may sort of mirror that, but more in a sentry patrolling, kind of watching the other side, trying to be aware of if something were to come upon us.
Okay, why don't you just give me a perception check then? And that leaves Duvain and Selime.
Still me.
No, how do you say it, Alex? Because I feel like we switched it up.
Silme, I think it's Silme. I don't know how you pronounce it with like the umlaut over the E. So I'm gonna say Silme.
Silme, okay.
Silme, yeah.
I'm not sure either. I think you could go a couple directions with it. Yeah, so what is Silme up to?
She's gonna stay near Talia, but like kind of maybe venture a little bit further up the river. Kind of looking around, investigating.
Okay. What are you investigating for?
Yeah, I think that's sort of the inexperience of Silme. She doesn't really know what to look for, but she's out there doing her best.
Okay.
Talia smiles at Silme.
I'm gonna have you roll something, and I know already that I want it to be a disadvantage because of the inexperience you mentioned. But can you tell me, like, are you looking for something physical, something to the eye, something that feels a way? Are you using any of your like not necessarily spells, but like where are you kind of drawing your search from?
I think maybe she's looking maybe for a non-physical presence, just like a feeling or maybe like an aura or something like that.
Excellent. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check at disadvantage, and then that leaves Duvain.
Devane is not in control of his character, but if he was, he would start moving up towards. I don't know who's doing that.
Sorry.
Oh, I put Kavendran in charge of that one. All right, Duvain, you're in charge now.
Devane shakes off his failed wisdom saving throw for command that Svendron cast on him, and he'll tend to stay closer to Minerva, but he'll start wandering a little bit further up, keeping Minerva close by. But he is going to take out his wand, and more ethereal butterflies are going to start sprouting out in a sphere around him as he casts detect magic.
Oh, brilliant!
And his little butter babies are trying to sniff out any magical essence or anything in the vicinity.
Will you please just throw the spell detect magic in the chat so I can go down one at a time? Okay. Teo, you find with your 23 you aren't finding tracks. You notice an absence of tracks from like small mundane creatures. What you do notice in the brush there where you were is there's like you find a particular spot where there's like a large swath of like debris from like the fauna there, or the flora, that like is very wide, and it doesn't look overtly like destructive, but it's odd because it looks like for plants to not have regrown there, like you're seeing that the plants that have been disturbed, it seems like it's been a time since it was disturbed, but it's kind of odd that like things haven't grown back in to fill that space.
Okay. I'm gonna make eye contact with Ven, just to like kind of flash a warning that like the lack of creatures. Maybe that's something that the two of us have experienced before, like walking through the woods together. I feel like we probably spend time like scouting together, you know what I mean? Or at least out in the woods, so we kind of have a way of communicating without saying too much. And I'll just like kind of send that message. Maybe I use my like thieves can't, like the language, to maybe do some type of like signal with my hand or gesture or something like that to like, convey that meaning.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, and you two, brother and sister-in-law, you know, I'm sure you've been out and about together, so that's not hard to just kind of put Svendron on alert. And Svendron, you rolled a 14 perception. Your danger senses are not tingling per se. You aren't seeing any of the usual run-of-the-mill things that you've kind of been trained to be on the lookout for. There's no, disturbed birds tripping around. Like, there's nothing particularly that's making you ill at ease.
Would most, if not all of us, be like pretty aware of kind of the non-elven kind barriers that are prevalent among the Emerald? Does this seem not the same, but sort of a similar effect of just kind of gently nudging things the other way?
You know the sensation of moving through a mythal. Most Ithilwinge know the sensation of leaving a mythal because you generally walk through one when you leave your cities. And this, you didn't have that sensation moving into this space.
Gotcha.
Selime, you have rolled a 13 Arcana check. You are aware of magics. So you are, I imagine you kind of like you put your hand in the water, and as you're just trying to like kind of open your senses up to this space, you do detect magic. You are particularly drawn to the stream. This water, if you had just like walked through without kind of opening your senses and trying to detect something, just would have felt like nice, cool water. There's just like this extra tingle to it that's flickering in your senses. And then we have Duvain with his detect magic. Duvain, the detect magic that you cast, what does it look like as you cast that spell?
So I take out my wand, which at the very base of it has just like a small pair of carved butterfly wings, like in the handle pommel of it. And where there were just like, there's always like one or two ethereal things floating around him. You see like just 100 of them just explode out like silently because they're not making any noise or anything. Explode out in just a 30-foot radius. I don't know if it's 30 foot. Yeah, 30-foot radius around me. And then they go more translucent than normal. But to my eyes, they will like light up in certain areas wherever I see, if I see magic.
Okay, you absolutely see magic. You see, you register your party, actually, extremely magical, the lot of you, in different ways. Some items are the staff that Salime is carrying, and then the bow that Teo is wielding are like these bright bursts on your radar. And Minerva herself is certainly giving off hints of it. But you are able to focus your spell, and the stream as well is giving you strong magical essence. It's almost like this, it's illuminated. Like the yellow light that's kind of playing on it gets brighter. And you, oddly enough, can't tell what kind of magic it is. You've cast a spell before, you are able to kind of sort the spell magic you detect with it. But this is this odd mix of, it's not even like just arcane. Like you see, it's this like primordial and divine kind of essence, but it's not just basic magic. It's not really like anything you've kind of seen manufactured by your people.
I'm just gonna keep it up, and I'm gonna start walking like along the river or stream, more northbound.
Okay. Crit, that's probably enough time for your augury to hit.
So yeah, Talia casting augury, she pulls out a small pouch from her side, unfastens it, and gets a pinch of a lot of silver dust, and just starts to sing as she sprinkles it into the stream. And then she takes, and noticeably, I don't know, you don't know if it's the enchantment of her voice or if she's casting magic, but as that powder sinks into the water, it's not swept away in the stream. It maintains its position. And she takes off her amulet, which is notably a golden circle with a silver amulet on top that kind of presents the image of a solar eclipse. And then 3 inset jewels of ruby, sapphire, and topaz are kind of in a sweeping pattern across it, the 3 other moons outside of Selenix. So notably is representing Selenix and Thalessa and Sanaki and Almeida, all the moons of this world. And as she dips that necklace into the water, the sparkles of that silver kind of ignite in bright white, and then she announces her intention to say Haneen and says in Celestial, and it sounds to all of you like singing, and it's just kind of, when she speaks Celestial, it carries this melody to it. But what she speaks in Celestial to her goddess is, we follow Minerva's guidance to seek ruins of the Aleolor. If we continue to journey from this glade source, will we find what we are looking for? And so as she dips the amulet in the water and those particles ignite in white, then it kind of, I guess, becomes the DM's choice on how that is received.
You've cast a spell before in your life, correct?
Yes.
And so you've come to trust it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I have you please make a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, I will. And I might do something after this, so don't say anything quite yet when the roll happens. Okay, nat 20 that'll do.
All right. So that water or the powder, as you pour it into the water, you are just your senses are just assaulted for a moment. And with your nat 20, you are absolutely fully present through each of the different things. Whereas, like, if you had rolled more poorly, you might be like overwhelmed by them. So, first thing is the sound of wind and like a voice that mimics the singing you were just doing just fills your ears, and you just feel like you're just in like this like odd little storm of wind and song, and you hear these like whispers back to you in celestial. And I'll tell you what those say in a second, but then I want to get to the powder as it lands in the water. It's just like it each little grain pops in white bright light, and instead of being overwhelmed and blinded by it, you just like see this white as it explodes, like these like prismatic spray of colors grow out from your mystical or magic component. And with, I'm not going to say specific word for word what the
Sure.
like celestial's doing for you, but you are getting a sense that this spell has never worked this way before, and the overwhelming feeling of it is this is something bigger than you've ever expected. You've been in the Moonset Grove, you have politicked here and there, you've like been involved in the will of the people, and you've like studied divine magic. Something older and more like unstoppable is like here, and Minerva has guided you right to it.
Oh my goodness. Everyone, please heed my words. I know not the specific circumstances of my casting of this spell, which has never failed me before. But Minerva, I believe we are exactly where we need to be. Further searching may prove all we need to do.
Before anyone says anything else, can I have everyone please roll me perception checks?
Perception.
All right. Talia, you alone pass. You're looking at your group, telling them this, and behind Minerva, behind Duvain, behind everyone, you don't see it appear. You don't see it walking. You don't see any element. You just see suddenly in the space behind them is this creature.
That's so cool.
And to the right, in another space, is this creature. And give me a moment so I can move them. This is where they are. And they start to run right at you, Talia. And I would like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh shit! Goodness, everyone alert!
All right. I've never done this. I'm really excited.
So I would recommend hitting the initiative counter sooner rather than later.
Yep.
So our things populate.
Oh, shit.
Because some people rolled it pretty quickly, so you might not need to custom add theirs in there.
Oh, yeah. It populated them.
Oh, nice. Sometimes it's finicky about that.
And we're just in Rivendell, calm and...
Oh, yeah, no, not anymore. Where's my song? This is my favorite D&D combat song.
Silver for Monsters. Love it.
It's a classic. All right, so It's like shift U to put something in that order.
Oh, I don't know that. I usually just grab them and slide them into space, but I think Tim has given
There's
me
a
a tip
gear,
about that.
right? You click on it, and then it says like
End
order
turn.
by descending.
Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, sorry. I'm more meant like for the specific creatures I was adding. Oh, damn it.
Percival Shukenbash. Maren Prisbiotov.
MK, have you been liking my melodies?
Yes, and I forget if there's ever what the tune is called.
It's
but
very
yes.
specifically catered to you.
Yeah.
I say ascending or numerically descending.
Descending. Going down.
I don't know how to make it automatically do that. Oh, descending. Oh, there we go.
Boom.
All right. Uh-oh. Teo got first. That frightens me. Okay. I would like Crit. Before we do anything else, I want a wisdom check. Wisdom check.
Why is it not letting me? That should work. Let me see if this works. Oh yeah, there we go. 21. I'm rolling very high today.
It was the Celestial. You are extremely certain they weren't there until you did that. All right. So, Teo, you are made aware by the shout of Talia that something is present. And you turn around and you are shocked because you heard nothing, you saw nothing. These beasts are just here. So how would you like to start your turn?
Well, I've had my bow out, fortunately for me, because I was just participating in target practice not too long ago. And just my natural instinct of seeing a creature running towards my friends is to just pull back the magical string of my bow, steady my aim by standing still in my archery stance and firing an arrow at the one that is closest to me, this one.
All right, go for it.
On my side of the river. All right. I'm gonna roll a d20. Actually, I'm gonna sharpshooter this attack. So I'm gonna be kind of aiming for this creature right in the face. So a 15.
A what?
A 15 to hit.
15. Got it. I don't know why I just twitched like that as I was reading all those numbers. Okay, so you aim at the red one, and a 15 just misses.
All right, so the arrow just sails right over its head.
Yeah, and let me describe these creatures to you honestly, these creatures they appear pretty exactly as you see them. So the one that you just shot at is like this, I think I wrote it down. You see...
It feels like a fantasy Rapidash.
It is. Is
that what they're called?
I really should have fewer tabs.
Like
open.
a Kieran.
Yeah.
It is very similar to a Kieran.
And I say, I'll do what I say after I miss, though. Let that be a warning shot for you. Step any closer, and I will put that one right between your eyes.
Sounds good. What language do you say that in?
In Elvish. Excellent.
So the first thing you notice when all of you are looking at these creatures is that this is very unlike the pictures I showed you. This is the one key difference. The creatures are utterly monochromatic. The one on the right that you just shot at, I almost said Jiri, Teo, is a gold creature with sapphire-like eyes. Like they literally look like sapphires in its eyes. It seems to be like a deer, but with more draconic characteristics. You see scales, a long tail, these massive antlers, and as it's moving, its feet barely touch the ground. Like you would say that they're almost not even touching the ground. And then the creature on the left is this very monochromatic silver creature. It is thicker, furrier, and massive like a bear, but with this ring of crown-like antlers. And instead of the sapphires, it has like pearl-like eyes. Yeah.
Okay, well, I've warned it, and I'm waiting to see if it heeds my warning.
Okay, and it was a bonus action to do your steady aim?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And no movement for you.
I cannot move when I steady my aim.
All right, it is. How do I scroll down on the initiative order to like imply that it's Tally's turn?
You just click there's at the bottom there should be like a right arrow. You just click that to progress through the stage.
Talia, you are up.
Talia will confusedly but start making her way up toward the bear creature, and call out in Celestial, child of the forest, make it known to us immediately if you mean us no harm. Otherwise, we will defend our kin. And I'm going to simultaneously kind of bonus action and action. With my action, hold a sacred flame. And with my bonus action, conjure next to the beast my spiritual weapon cast at 3rd level. And so what is happening in both hands, in my right hand with sacred flame, a mote of moonfire appears, a small dove of fire in that hand. And as I lash out my other hand next to the bear creature, a larger nightingale of moonfire appears next to it. I do not throw out any damage. I do not cause the summoning of the spiritual weapon to attack just yet, and I'm holding my action to see if it aggresses. But both things are up and prepared, so to speak. That is my
I'm not
turn.
gonna wait till its turn because like communication can happen a little more freely than that. So in this moment where you speak this celestial, it blinks at you in like a sense of you probably may have seen Teo speak to the creature on the right in Elvish. And it just like was as if Teo had said nothing. This time with the celestial spoken, it acknowledges you. And give me a perception check. Or an insight, you choose.
I'll do insight just to glean kind of features of this thing's facial movements. Give me 1 second on that check. Oh no, that doesn't apply here, so just a 10.
Okay. It looks at you and gives you like a nod, but then like hunkers down and like snarls its teeth. Snarls at you and shows its teeth.
I will immediately call to my allies. I do not think it wise to aggress unless they aggress first. They seem to acknowledge my tongue. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Duvane. Who is muted?
Hearing Talia's words, I'm going to drop to a knee and ready myself. I don't even know what I'm going to cast. I'm not casting anything. I'm going to hold a casting of infestation with my wand in hand, looking at, I don't know, whichever one. I'll pick the one on the right, the one further away, and I will just drop to a knee and make it clear that I'm not attacking. And the trigger for that is if I see that thing charging at a friend.
Okay. Sounds great. It is the creature's turn on the right. You won't. It is the turn of the Auric Steer. as I have named it.
Nice.
And it is going to. Where's Talia? It disappears. And reappears right in front of Talia with a teleport as its bonus action. It does a pixie blink. And it is going to, with its action, maul you with its antlers. Right? So, rolled a 7. Does a 14 hit? You are muted somewhere.
Shit. 14 does not hit. And as it tries to maul me, can I loose my Sacred Flame little dove right into it? So it
Into
needs to
the
make a
bear?
just the one that's right in front of me because it's kind of occupying my face.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought you wanted... Okay.
Not the spiritual weapon.
Sacred Flame, not
I
this,
see.
not this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Spiritual weapon
Go
is
ahead.
just cast with no damage, but
it.
just this creature that appeared, I'm just going to loose my held action, Sacred Flame. So this mote of Moonfire flies toward its form. It needs to make a dex save.
All right. Does a 12
Yes.
succeed?
It does not.
All right.
So
Go
it
for
deals
it.
9 radiant damage as Moonfire just flicks from my hand to its form.
All right, excellent. The radiant damage like surrounds it and settles into it. And that is it's that. Let's return the spell. So you see your fire goes around it and burns the scales, but then the magic goes into it and it heals along where that damage was.
Interesting. Seeming unharmed or seeming more vital than it previously was? Do I think that had no effect or literally healed the creature?
You think it harmed the creature,
Okay.
but then the resonant magic was absorbed and then healed the wound you just dealt it.
Okay, interesting.
And it's going to make its second attack at you.
Okay.
And then 9. Oh, yeah, I think 9. No, wait, I'm sorry. It's better than 9, but not going to hit. It misses.
Okay, 16 is AC there, so.
Yeah, it rolled a 12. All right, so its antlers came down and it tried to maul you with them, and then it tries to push this fiery foot into you, and nothing happens. And it's going to use its movement to move away from you by a little bit. Steve, weren't you holding an action?
I was. It teleported directly behind me. So I don't know if you want me to, if I'm allowed to get the.
I don't want to fuck over. Like, I think a held action shouldn't be like harmed like that. You have battle awareness, so whatever you wanted to do, I'll let you do it.
DC 15 con save.
All right. I rolled a 19, unfortunately.
I will use silvery barbs to try and distract that creature, force it to re-roll, and then I will give.
You can't.
Why do you say that?
Because you were using your reaction to hold your action.
Oh, to loose my action. You're so right. Yikes. So I try and call out, but I'm too late.
All right. Nice attempt on all parts. So next up is the bear, who does not have a teleport. And the bear is also going to move at Talia since no one else has aggressed it. Talia, 2 more swings coming at you.
Yikes.
That was a nat 13 plus 7.
Definitely is going to hit.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to roll a d10. So this is a bite attack coming at you. So it bears these golden teeth. And it's going to deal 12 damage to you.
Okay, just to flavor my other choker necklace, my amulet of health, Talia looks like a very delicate, frail individual, like just very, delicate feature. She's not hardy. And yet when she takes this damage, a burst of moonlight just comes and kind of surrounds her for just a brief moment from her amulet of health. She is much more constitutional than her form would suggest, but I definitely still take that full damage.
Okay, excellent. That was piercing and radiant damage, by the way, in case anyone has resistances. That's what we're working with. It's going to do a second attack at you with his claws this time.
Okay.
14 misses.
Will miss. Yep.
All right, and that is its job. It is Minerva's turn. So, Minerva, she turns to face this creature. She had her wand out, and she was starting to do some kind of... She was starting to kind of douse like Slime was doing. So with wand in one hand, she then withdraws her rapier into her right hand. Her wand is a silver and amethyst wand with a diamond at the base by her hand. And with her blade, she puts it towards this creature, and then she starts to sing. Notes weave around her, and the song that she sings literally hangs out in the air, resonating. So even though at times she ceases singing, there is this constant music wrapping around her. And as this music is swirling around her, these streams of silver light swirl as her sword dances and her wand moves with her. And so each sword cut that she makes adds a rippling magical tone to the air. And so she is going to swing at this creature, but she's going to pivot with you, Minerva. And I need to activate her Blade Song ability. All right.
Blade Song.
So she is going to use her sword, Dancing Thorn, to try to hit this creature with advantage.
How did I just not think of this? We're gonna do a side quest, but no one can be cleric or wizard.
We did know some of the characters. I don't know why it didn't go through for some reason, but she rolled a 26, which is going to hit.
That'll do.
That will do.
Yeah, I hope I'm not forgetting any of her stuff. All right, so the Ursa Argentum. Does he resist this in any way?
That's
so
one of the coolest
sick.
names I've ever heard.
Yeah.
In my life.
What was the other one? The Auric Deer? The Auric Deer.
Steer.
The Auric Steer and the Ursa Argentum. That's fucking dope as hell.
That's for sure going to be a constellation.
So her attack does 5 damage. That's not great. 5 damage. And then with her second attack, she is going to use a cantrip. She is going to banish. I have it right here. She casts Staccato Step. So star sparks erupt as she slashes. So she swings with a rapier, clings into this metallic monster, and then her wand swipes as well. And where her wand slashes her wand, she slashes it into her rapier blade, and when she hits this creature, a star spark, blue and purple light dance around the creature in a ring. And so she is going to do that, and then she is going to step away from the creature. Because wait, crit, I forget. When you if it tries to take an opportunity attack, but it has this.
Well, if you're casting it right now, you're just casting it right now. Your reaction Warcaster could trigger if they leave your range.
Oh, I see.
But...
Okay, I guess I'll.
So that doesn't really apply now, but the spell still matters.
Yeah, we'll let that spell stay there, and she'll stay here for help. Okay, so don't let me forget that I put that on there. Who is next? So then, Slime, you are up.
Silme,
sorry.
So I am going to move my. Oops. I'm going to move myself here, and I am going to call upon the Moon Goddess and call down her Moonlight to cast Chromatic Orb, and I'm going to twin it so that I can hit both creatures.
Super dope.
Alright. Twin Chromatic Orb. Gorgeous. Where are we? Why are you dark? You're on the token layer. I don't know why you look dark.
Damage type do you choose?
Moonfire.
Oh, so
So, is that radiant or fire? Probably fire.
So I'm flavoring it as Moonfire, but it just is the fire damage.
That's what I do too.
Okay.
That's what I do too, but Sacred Flames, Radiant, and Spiritual Weapons Force, Moonfire could be any of it.
It's true.
They don't know I know this hack.
So wait, do both of those? Okay, 21
You
absolutely
can't pull that
hits.
gun.
What are you aiming at?
So I'm twinning it, so I'm attempting to hit both creatures.
Oh.
Did it?
Yeah.
So
No, that sounds good. Do you do a second attack roll then?
No, so I believe it's just.
That's a really good question that I literally have no idea.
I think with Felix I had to attack 2 different targets.
Oh, I did? Okay.
So I'll say this, the first one's gonna hit. You choose which one, and then we'll have you roll a second time, because I think you just do the spell 2 times.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. All right.
Crit, I understand now. For my second attack, I should have just done another thing, and then you hold the reaction for if it tries to leave your space to do that
Well,
spell.
if Staccato steps Booming Blade, then you can just do it. So that still should have
Yeah.
triggered additional damage right now. It's not like it's something you charge up your blade with for damage later. It triggers an attack right then and there.
Yeah, but Booming Blade, doesn't it only work once they try to step out of it?
The extra damage does, but it still triggers a full attack roll with damage.
You roll again.
Yeah.
Well, we'll do it in a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just rolled it again.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Good rolls.
Louise.
Okay, hang on. This is big. That's big damage.
That's
That's
huge.
Okay.
So yeah, Silme kind of does like one of these, like yes.
All right. So I'm gonna say the 30. I'm sending the 30 at the fire bear. I'm sorry, the silver bear, and then the one in front of you will take the 26.
Awesome.
Anyone who wants to, who's close by, can do a perception check as the steer is hurt.
Oh, I am proficient in that. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll definitely do perception. I've also seen it before, so maybe I can get a better glimpse this time.
You were not lying about your good rolls, Crit.
Dude, I've never rolled this well. Certainly my enemies against you guys have never.
Okay, these 2 crystalline orbs of chaos magic go into my precious metal creatures. The one on the left, this auric steer, you 2 are nearby and you watch as this bolt of power goes into it, and you see the damage. You see it like crack the golden skin of this monster. You then watch as the magic around the residue, it tries to suck it in, and it cannot, and it does not heal.
Interesting.
All right, and so then 30 damage goes to the other one. So Silme, anything else on your turn?
You're muted.
No, that's it.
Okay, and then I have never played a character before, so I'm gonna roll. So the spell, hit. Okay, so I just do an attack roll.
Yeah, and it should probably carry an additional little bit of thunder damage at that time, and more if the thing moves later.
Did I do it? I did it!
Yep.
All right, and then what's the damage?
Normal damage plus like whatever.
I
it
just
is.
did the wrong spell. So 9 damage? No, Thunder Step. I've never known how to read those on the right.
Staccato step, staccato step.
Because it's not the fire one.
Yeah, so you do 9 damage with your piercing,
Okay.
7 damage with your thunder, and then it's like crackling with arcane energy that would then detonate for an additional 12 if it moves.
Oh. Okay, so I did 16. Got it. And then if it moves, that it takes more than 12. All right, excellent. So that is Silmay's turn. Silmay, did you want to move or anything?
I already moved. That's where I want to stay.
Okay. We're back to Teo.
We are not.
Kevendra, I think.
We're at Svendrin.
Okay, I will flavor my low initiative as surveying the battlefield, and specifically not seeing Minerva being the target of these creatures, making me feel more comfortable to get a grip of what's going on. But I will rage, and Svendrin, when she rages, it's not this outburst of emotion. It's more of a pretty similar to what Teo does with his steady aim. She brings within herself and just gets this unbelievable visage of focus on her face. And notably also at her left and her right appear 2 spectral images. And perhaps none of you may know this, but it is of 2 of her ancestors. There's a man wielding a big great axe, and a woman wielding a similar long sword to Svendrin. And I'll mark that off before I forget.
Very cool.
And what I will do is move 10, 15 feet and make an attack at this Ursa Argentum.
Excellent. You go for it.
Um,
Attacking with advantage.
Nice. Oh, it just did the damage. Why did it do that?
Is your weapon magical?
It is not.
Okay.
Why is roll 20 being weird? 18, it's a +7, so 25 to hit
You hit.
for 8 damage.
Okay, and is that 8 including your raging?
It is not including my raging. I don't remember how to look at this.
So you're probably at 10 damage.
Which is
then.
probably an extra 3 at this level, I would think.
I think
But
it's
maybe
still
not.
2.
Okay.
So that's 10 damage.
All right, so that is halved to 5 by your non-magical weapon.
But notably, that creature has disadvantage if it chooses to attack anyone but me.
Yes. And I am correct on the +2. Yes, it is very much now stuck focusing on you. You see its head turns to regard Minerva a little bit and then really glares at Silmay. But then your strike, although not like really rattling it as much as all these magical attacks, there's like this essence from your ancestors that just like kind of draws its eye and brings it, like puts this target on you.
And then I'll move to here, hopefully not provoking any opportunity attacks.
Correct.
And I will make my second strike at the steer.
Excellent. Do it.
Not at advantage. 9.
It like rears up on its hind legs and regards you, and its movement like surprises you, and your sword just passes under where its legs were. All right. So the bonus action, movement.
That'll do it.
Excellent. So that is Teo's turn.
Alrighty, Teo's got a shot lined up directly at this big creature here. So he's going to actually drop down to a knee, and again, using his bonus action to steady his aim and take one sharpshooter shot right at this thing's head.
So dope.
Excellent. It's big.
1, 2, 3, 21.
Absolutely hits. Its back is towards you, so you're shooting into like the back of its neck. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Damn.
So that is 28 damage to it.
Gee. All right. Anything else?
No, I rolled very poorly on that.
Your magical shaft of moonlight arrow lodges into this thing's neck, and it bellows out this massive roar in the face of.
And I say, I warned you, you beasts. Now, run away, run along, out of here, scram.
All right, it is Talia's turn.
I would like to first of all use my bonus action to I look this Ursa Argentum in the face and say, I apologize, Beast of Silver, in Celestial. If the time has passed where we cannot amend ourselves, I apologize. And with my bonus action, pull Tineville, my fire nightingale, to me, which will soar and immediately attack this Ursa with, I think, advantage if it's benefiting from flanking but not granting it.
Correct.
So it will roll this with advantage.
Oof.
Not great with a 13. But seeing from frustration of that, I then pull essence of fire from my bird using my action, and I pull it into the creature's space and lift my arm up, and a column of moonbeam appears directly on that creature with my action as I cast Moonbeam.
Hell yeah.
And I don't think it needs to make a save just yet.
Okay, at the start of its turn?
Yes.
Sounds great. I do believe it is Duvane's turn.
I'm running towards the one that no one seems to be paying attention to. And I'm going to run up to the back of the steer. As I'm doing it, I'm going to be casting Primal Savagery, and what that looks like, the big butterfly wings on my back, my arms like clasp into them almost, and basically I get these long protrusions of butterfly wings out of the side of my arms, and they basically just turn into like blades on the outside of my arms. So I have like two big blades coming down the side of my arms, and I am going to then just take an attack at this thing.
Go for it, Spren.
25 to hit.
25 hits.
And he takes 2d10 acid. 5.
How much damage? 2d10? Oh, you're doing it.
5.
Oh, 5. Okay. 5 acid damage sinks into this thing. And again, the magic does not get absorbed in any way. Anything else?
That's
Do you have a
my turn.
bonus action?
No.
Okay.
Fire, radiant.
Snow, Wiki's turn is concluded. All right. Well, this thing is going to regard you, and it is going to. I do believe this is fairy fire, right?
Oh, jeez.
Perhaps.
A 4x. Oh, it's 20 feet, right?
Yeah.
20 by 20. Okay. All right. So this thing rears up and it casts fairy fire on these 4 things right here. I don't know if I don't think your weapon gets it.
Yeah, I think the spiritual weapon is probably
all right.
obsolete. But
Dex saves from Duvane, Svendron, and Minerva.
So I have advantage on Dex saves against effects that you can see.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Duvane, watch out! Silvery barbs. I think I can do that. Succeeds or would you take yourself? Wait. When it succeeds. Oh, it's when something succeeds, I can negate it. It's
Yeah, you're
not
just
like
doing
that.
disadvantage.
You meant
Yeah.
trigger creature. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get used to this spell, I guess.
All right.
I
Well,
totally
Minerva makes
misunderstood
it. Minerva is dancing around, and she dodges it with an 18. Savendrin, you dodge it as well, and you, my friend Duvain, are marked by these gold embers that land on you and cling to you, making you easier to target. And then that is the creature's turn, I do believe. Oh wait, no, it can move. As a bonus action, it is going to teleport.
Again. No recharge?
No recharge, baby.
That's wild.
It's going to teleport over here, so its friend isn't going to get as flanked.
Did Minerva make her dex save?
Minerva rolled an 18.
Oh, nice.
All right, and then it is the next creature's turn, and a lot of things happen.
It must make a Constitution saving throw to start.
It also growls and heals a little bit.
Interesting.
Okay. And it makes a dex save.
Constitution save.
Rolled it.
And if for any reason it's a shape changer, it would make it with disadvantage, but I don't know if that applies here.
He's not.
Okay.
It rolls a 13.
That fails, so it takes 11 radiant damage as Moonfire licks into its form.
I've never seen the blue before. Was it because of a crit fail and success?
I guess.
11. It takes the full damage.
Is that in the wordage of Moonbeam? The shapeshifting?
What? Yeah. Shape changers make it with disadvantage. It's like an aggression.
I mean, dragons would fall under that, yes?
Oh, they would. Some dragons, not all dragons are shape changers, but yes.
All right. It is going to swing at you, and it doesn't need to move to do it. Svendrin, it's going to do both swings at you since you have taunted it. So here we go. Oh, actually, yeah. It's actually not going to do that. It's going to cast Blur on itself.
Ooh.
Its form, it looks at all of you, and it's like panting as it's been like wounded far more than it thought it would be, and it casts Blur. And all attack rolls against it are at disadvantage. And I don't have the Blur open in front of me. So I'm going to keep moving on to Minerva's turn. Could I get someone to please throw the text for Blur in the chat? So
I'm on it.
All right. Okay. So Minerva is going to, watching this thing go into this mode, she is going to use a bonus action. She's going to teleport away. She's going to get some space between her and it. And Minerva is going to...
What does her teleport look like? How is she doing that?
She doesn't use her wand. She holds up, she like swirls her sword around her and she's gone. It's like very misty and step-y. And so she misty steps 30 feet this direction. And as her action, she's going to upcast a spell at 4th level. And she is going to cast her Star Sting Strike. And so Minerva takes her wand, and she I kind of forget how I wanted to play this one. She twirls in space, and as she twirls, these little star beads erupt out of her wand of blue Moonfire Flame. So she creates, I believe, 8 meteors in her space.
Oh, no.
And these 8 meteors float up and kind of go around her temple, like around her, what she has a tiara. And so these 8 meteors hover around her head. But
would you call them minute meteors?
Yes, I would. And so 2 of them shoot out at the these 2 creatures, and they actually both have to. Each creature within 5 feet of the point where the meteor explodes must make a dex save or take 2d6 fire. So I'm gonna make 2 dex saves. The blue one, the silver guy, does a nat 20, so he'll take half damage.
I distract him. Finally, I can use it correctly. Silvery barbs to make him re-roll.
Excellent. All right. Well, no nat
3rd
20
time's the charm.
And I look over to Teo and say, "Seize on their mistake," and I grant Teo advantage on something he does next.
Cool.
All right. So, the good news and the bad. He didn't roll a nat 20 that time, but he did roll a 16, and he got to add a little bit to it. So he still gets it, but the steer fails big time. 6, 7, 8. So the Oryx steer has had its turn. The bead of Moonbeam launches into or explodes in it, and it takes the damage, but then absorbs some of that magic and heals off of that magic a little bit. And then this thing is taking 4 damage from that explosion. All right, so that is my bonus action. That is an action, and that is what Minerva is going to do. It is Silmay's turn.
Okay, I am going to cast Firebolt towards this guy. Using my staff.
All right, which one?
The orange one. I can't remember.
All right, that fully hits. You do 16 damage.
Excellent. And I'm going to try and push it. Yeah, I think I can. Can I push it into the... What is the effect of this cube again?
Fairy fire.
It was just a one-time burst.
Oh, okay, so it's gone now?
Yeah. You could try to pull it. Oh, sorry. So you can push or pull, I believe.
I don't know if I want to push it, pull it. I'm gonna try and push it 5 feet away from me. Like, I guess in this direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
It makes a strength saving throw.
Yes.
Do you know what number I have to beat? Actually, it doesn't matter. I rolled a 1.
Oh.
So it is this. The Oryx sphere is moved 5 feet that way.
Excellent. That was.
And notably did not heal from your spell.
Good. And that is it. Silme does another one of these and like hair flip, and she's done.
All right. Savendrin's turn.
Okay. I will dash forward to the steer and make an attack. No reason for advantage. I just clicked it. It's being weird. Did it come through? There it is. Oh,
It's just now coming through.
17 to hit.
17 hits.
Okay, this plus 2. 11 plus 2, that'll be 13 non-magical slashing.
Sounds great. Oh, half to 7.
And if it tries to attack someone other than me, it is at disadvantage.
Is the taunt still on the bear, or is it reset every attack?
Nothing about the wordage implies it fades away.
Whoa.
I'm happy to copy and paste it, but it just says the first creature you hit on your turn has disadvantage, and if they attack someone else, they have resistance. It doesn't say it wears off ever.
Okay.
So now both of these creatures have disadvantage on attacking someone other than me.
Cool.
And if they were to hit on that disadvantage, only
Tap.
deal half damage.
Damn.
Sounds good.
And I'll go ahead and do my second swing on this guy.
The steer,
The steer.
Okay.
22.
Hit.
And then this again, +2. So 7
So 4
more
damage.
4 damage.
Okay.
And I will actually... Then I did 15, so I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll do another 20 to get to Minerva.
All right. The steer's gonna try to swing at you with its reaction.
Okay.
And it rolls a 4, so you're good.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay, I think it's until the start of your next turn. That wears
Yeah,
off.
I think
I
don't
bet
think
that's how it's intended. I don't see any wordage that...
It
I
says until the start of your next turn is the language.
While raging, the first creature you hit with an attack on your turn has disadvantage on your attack. And when it's not saying that in D&D Beyond. Let me check. I guess that probably says that in Tasha's.
I think it's a Xanathar's thing.
You're right.
It's the second sentence. It starts with
That's
until
I don't know why D&D Beyond didn't include that.
All right, Teo, go ahead and roll.
Go ahead and roll what?
Whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
Michael, it does indeed wear off
Okay.
on the bear.
Sounds good.
All right. I'm going to, because I have advantage, I'm going to use my bonus action to dash across this little stream because I'm imagining it's difficult terrain as I splash through it.
Honestly, I don't think. Well,
I got nothing else to use my bonus action on, so I'm going to
Okay.
say I dash.
go for it.
And then I'm going to take a shot. I'm going to get beside Sven, and I'm going to take a shot at this creature with advantage,
Bueno.
with triple advantage, and I will be sharpshootering it to try to hit this thing in the head again. A 19.
Shootering it.
19?
19 hits.
Sharpshootery, charcuterie.
Whoo! For 31 this time.
Bruh. Big numbers.
And if I think I did indicate it was this guy.
That was a steer. Oh wait,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, excellent. You your moonlight arrow blasts into the creature's face and it does a lot of damage and it rears up and it whinnies really loudly or cries really loudly like an elk.
And as I get beside Sven, I say, Sven, where did these come from? I didn't see them in the woods. They just appeared out of nowhere.
Nor I. They seem insubstantial of nature.
All
They
right.
don't have substance. I think that's the right way to use that.
Yeah. No, you're good. Hell yeah.
Insubstantial.
Could I use my action? Now I've seen these various creatures get hurt and sometimes heal portions, but other times not heal. Can I use my action to try and make an insight check to puzzle out what's going on here? And
Yeah.
if I could like discern, is it damage types? Is it who's casting what? Like, I just want to use a general insight check as an action to understand.
Go for it.
I thought it was level of spell, but then that was ruled out.
15.
Critter, are you proficient in insight?
I am.
Oh, then you don't have to. I don't
was,
need you
that's
action.
in Critter in your campaign. We were saying that was a bonus action, or for
No,
free.
we were saying it's free if it's
Yeah,
one of your
gathering
proficient-
information, if you're proficient in it, could be free. Yeah,
I'll
I
give
wasn't
it to
honestly thinking about that.
I'll explain both. The bear seems to just draw power every 6 seconds about, so once per turn it heals a certain amount.
Okay.
The auric steer, the first time it takes damage after its turn, it heals a certain amount. from a
Oh,
spell.
interesting.
The first time it takes
Okay.
damage from a spell, and then once that like absorption has been burnt up, it's
So
not healing from everything.
both seem to be innate defensive capabilities of their abilities, not necessarily, oh, they're defensive to that magic or this magic heals them. It's not
Correct.
really like that. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Very good to know. With that, spiritual weapon swiping into the bear who has blur on it, but it's still in flanking with me. So I think neutral roll on that
Sure.
with the spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
So let's roll that guy. You gotta be shitting me. It can't do damage today. And then I will try and hit it with, oh, I could use an actual action this time. Most of my stuff is concentration.
Shout out.
So I'll just hit it with a sacred flame right in front of me.
Do it up.
Another dove, not nightingale, but dove of moonfire in my hand. As I fire it toward it, it needs to make a dex save.
Fails. Rolling that.
Okay, so 8 radiant
Into the bear.
into the bear.
Okay. Nice work. So
Still concentrating on the column of moonlight on its body.
Okay. Duvain, you are up. You are misty. You are fairy fired, but that doesn't seem to be mattering to you right now. You're muted too, though. You are muted.
At quick glance, can I tell which of the two is more hurt?
The gold auric, the gold steer, has a lot more blasts of magic done to it, or at least the Ursa is looking like just the hardier of the two. And yeah.
I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Starting to wade into the shallows of the stream. As I'm walking over, I'm going to upcast because I'm bored and I want to do it. I need more damage. I'm upcasting Flame Blade, and I do have a decorative like scimitar that I carry on my side. You've never seen Duvain wield it, but he goes to take out his wand, and as he takes out the wand, from the wand extends this like glistening white light that has just like crackles with moonlight. I guess moon flame is the thing we have trademarked here.
Yes.
And it's like a blade and a half long, as I cast Flame Blade.
Super dope.
And I will run up to this orange looking thing and I will attack.
No
That
way.
one.
2 9s in a row. Or not in a row, but
That's my turn.
Frantically running through my mind palace to see if I can find a reason to help you.
I stepped in the water. I saw Teo frantically run across correctly, and I was like, nope, I'm taller than him. I should be able to withstand a tiny stream, and I slipped.
My mind palace comes up blank. That is what happens. But you help out your party by getting close to this thing. All right. It is the Auric Steer's turn.
and if it chooses to attack you, it will only have a neutral roll.
I'm really glad you said that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, because you're away from it. But let's see what happens there. So, I'm gonna make an intelligence check. Okay, so it is going to. My intelligence check was high, so it's not going to put itself in a bad position here. So it's going to stay where it is and try to hit you, Duvain, because you were right up here in its business. It's going to get 2 attacks. One was a 4, one was a 17. Oh, it was technically like an 11. Does a 17 hit you, Duvain?
A 17 does hit.
All right, so we're doing a D8. You guys sick of the song yet? You want me to add a new one?
No, I love the song and I love these monsters so much.
All right. So Steve, oh wow, you got lucky on the roll. It rolled it. You only take 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
As a reaction, my wings, not my wings, my cloak wings, pop out, flutter, and reactionarily scoot me a little bit, and basically just do one quick poof with the big monarch butterfly wings and scoots me. I'm just gonna go directly back 15 feet, and I take half as much damage.
Oh wow, nice. So only 5 damage.
It's actually teleport. We're not going to do teleport yet. You see me move very quickly, 15 feet directly away from this thing. And once I get there, I am cloaked in more of those ethereal butterflies surrounding me. And attack rolls against me have disadvantage until the end of the current turn.
Okay, sounds great. Well, that is its turn, except it is going to teleport away to over here amongst these ladies. Oh, that's why you're dark. Okay. So it teleports away.
Shit.
And then it is the bear's turn.
Okay.
The bear heals a little bit. So, Crit, will you roll your moonlight?
Yes, thank you very much. It needs to make a DC Con save. DC 16.
Rolled an 11 plus 3 is 14.
Haha, still fails. So it takes another 7 radiant damage.
Excellent.
Just chipping away.
Yeah. All right. So you're chipping away. Very good. And then it is no longer taunted. Am I correct?
Correct.
All right. It's going to swing at you, Crit.
It would.
So its first attack is going to swing at you with advantage for flanking.
Okay.
And it is below half health, so it is in feral savagery mode. So it's going to take a third. It's going to take 3 weapon attacks at you at advantage.
Solid.
I hope this feels familiar.
Yeah.
All right. So the first attack is.
You're a warrior with heavy armor. I'm a dainty little
true.
lass.
Well, I rolled 2 5s on that first attack, so that first attack misses.
Nice miss.
The second one, I rolled a 1 and a 6. So
solid.
Does a 13 hit? I don't.
It does not.
Wow. Third attack, I rolled a 19 at least. Thank God.
I believe since it has been my turn, I can re-taunt it, trying to once more distract it and make it re-roll.
Do I re-roll with advantage, or do I roll one final d20?
That's a great question.
Re-roll.
Re-roll the d20. That was so its advantage gave it a number. You have to re-roll that number. So I think it actually helps me out more, even if it like negates your advantage.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna re-roll one. Like I'm re-rolling the one that succeeded.
Yeah.
I rolled a 11 plus 7, 18.
Still hits.
Nice try. Who are you inspiring though?
Silme, get out of there! And I will give her advantage on the next thing she tries to do.
Right now.
All right, so D8 plus 3 plus. Oh yeah, okay. So 2D8 plus 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 damage to you, Crit.
Okay.
I rolled pretty low again. All right, and that is my bear's turn. He's not going to move. Oh, yeah, he's not going to move. Yeah. And then it is Minerva's turn. So Minerva sees that this thing is still blurred. And she knows spells. So Minerva has the ability to 2, 3, 4.
Have any of us hit the bear since he cast it?
Since he cast what?
The blur.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, with all their spells.
Moonbeam and stuff has hit.
AoE thing.
Have you done concentration checks?
Oh, I guess I should do. I will make it concentration. I was thinking it was like one of those at will, but like when I do my ability with my boost,
Right.
I don't have to do concentration because it's like an ability spell.
I was
I'll do
just
it. It rolls a 3, so it is no longer blurred.
Dope.
I think forever disadvantage is not very fun combat make. So okay, so she's instead gonna go here because now she actually wants to attack it. And she's gonna send with her bonus action 2 more of her meteors at the auric steer. Five, 6, 7, 8. So 8 damage to the steer, except he absorbs that. But she burns his absorption for the turn. And then Minerva is going to... Can she occupy the same space as your spiritual weapon?
I think we've ruled that yes for
yeah.
Toby's spiritual
Okay.
weapon.
So as she's singing and dancing and blade singing, she will weave her way over here, and she is going to strike with her sword. And she is going to hit the auric bear, the Ursa actually, and for 7 damage. And then with her with her second attack per turn, she is going to cast another staccato step at it. And I didn't roll the attack yet, so here's the attack for that. Oh, I have advantage on that. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to check for a critical hit on the first one?
Sure, I did roll a 25 on that second one, but here we'll just roll this one. Nope, I didn't. So the 25 will hit. So so it takes 5. So it takes a D8. How does the damage work on that spell I just did? So it took 5 damage. Oh no.
Well, 7 from the piercing, 5 from the thunder now, and a potential 6 later if it moves.
Okay. Got it. So it is Silme's turn.
Muted.
I actually need to roll 1 additional damage die.
Oh, go for it.
Because it's 12 plus 5, so 17. Okay. All right, Silme, what's up?
Okay, so since the Ursa is right next to me, I'm gonna reach out and touch it to initiate shocking grasp.
Nice.
If this is an attack roll, you could, I think you gain advantage on it because of my silvery barbs.
Oh, okay.
D20 plus 8.
Nice.
17 hits. It just hits.
Nice.
Like just a little, yeah. All right, so 14 lightning.
All right, Stillmay does another fist bump, pushes the Ursa away from her, or attempts to with her bonus action. So that's
All right, strength save from me. I rolled a 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Does 12, what's your DC for that? It's better than a 12, I assume.
15. Yeah, 15.
All right, still in the moons thing though. Okay, very good. Anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, that was to push the Ursa.
Oh, yes. All right, so are you all good then?
Yep, and then I'm gonna run away because that won't initiate the opportunity attack, right? Because it's 5 feet away from me.
Oh,
Yeah, I think she was trying to push the steer, not
I
the
got you.
Ursa.
Yes, correct. Perfect use of that ability. Very familiar.
And then I'm going to go right here.
All right,
I wouldn't be able
beautiful.
to attack you anyways. Because it has no advantage or no reactions now because of shocking grasp.
Oh,
Oh.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. All right,
Oh, yeah. That's how
Svendrin.
that works.
Okay. Being proud of Minerva rushing into her friend's aid, I will follow suit. And this does not grant flanking advantage, correct?
In my personal opinion, it does.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm gonna start by moving there, which was 20 feet, and I'm gonna make an attack at advantage. 15.
15 hits him.
Really?
His AC is he has more HP, but his AC is 14 for the record.
Nice. Okay. So I'm gonna do this plus 2 non-magical damage. 11 slashing.
5 damage then? Is that rounding up?
6 would be rounding up.
6, okay.
And prompting him to my disadvantage on others beside me.
Very good.
And I think I can do 10, 25, if that works. I did 20 and then 25. And I'll make my second attack on the steer.
It will swing at you for an opportunity attack.
Deal.
And it rolled an 8, so you're good. Wait, 8 plus 7 is 15?
Nope.
Okay, misses.
It can't take reactions.
No, it's a different one. It's
the Ursa, yeah.
All right, but yeah, you're going to swing at this one with advantage as well.
I will do that.
This one's looking very hurt, by the way.
21 to hit.
Hits.
Nice. 8. So 4. If it is magically resistant, which it is. I've made use of.
Wait, what?
Movement.
You did 12. So you did 14 damage. So 14
6 plus 2.
6 plus 2, because I'm one-handed. I have a shield.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so 4 damage. Got it. Cool.
I have done. I don't have anything I can do with bonus action, right? Yeah, no. Okay, that's my turn.
All right, perfect. Teo. Who's muted?
Yep. All right. I'm not gonna run into the Fae, but I will slide 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet this way to get a better angle. Actually, no, I can hit from there. Never mind. I'm staying where I am, and I'm just gonna get down to one knee again, and I'm gonna shoot an arrow at this guy.
Perfect. It's definitely looking pretty wounded as well.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Oof.
Dang.
Rough.
Missy. All right. I said to
Missy.
Duvain, careful there, Duvain. You bumped me.
It is Talia's turn.
I did just teleport into your space. Also, there's currently like a horde of butterflies just
obscuring your view.
So Talia's turn. She will see that her ally Silme got out of the way, and she's thankful for that, and says, "Silme, I think you had the right idea." And she will use her action and bonus action somewhat simultaneously. Her action to drag the aura of moonlight 5 feet, encompassing her, while also simultaneously, like a trick of the moonlight, disappears with Misty Step over here. Almost engulfed in the moonfire, and then she's just in a different location, like literally like a trick of the light. And so now this is placed on both of them and should threaten both of them when they start their
Wait, how did she get out of it?
She Misty Stepped with her bonus action and moved the moonlight with her action.
Excellent. All right, very cool.
Very cool.
Misty, got it. All right, all set then?
Think so.
Duvain, our local druid.
Is anyone seriously hurt in our party right now?
I have taken no damage.
I've taken some, but Talia can heal herself.
Okay.
Man, I gotta be threatening you guys more.
It's session 1.
Yeah, we're doing it. Oh shit, I can't. Nope.
Dang.
So we're just gonna go up next to Minerva then. Teo, sorry, I'll get out of your hair. And I bonus action, my mantle wings that have already been kind of activated are gonna get super activated. I'm gonna go into like a crouch, and then they're just gonna, and I'm going to fly 30 feet directly at this bear. Still concentrating on my moon flame blade,
Yep.
And I'm going to just take a swing down at it as I land next to. What the fuck is it? There we go. As I land next to Minerva.
Yes.
22.
Yes.
You massacre it. Hit it up.
Is that
7 moon flame damage
Okay,
with 3d6.
Okay, I was wondering if that was accounting for the upcast.
Doubled to 14 because I love you.
Wait, no, hold on.
No,
I actually,
Did it
MK,
upcast
good
right?
call. This I did do 3rd level for this.
Yeah.
I forget if
4
it's
or 5 or
nope. It's just 3d6.
it's 1d6 normally or something.
Because it's
It
it's
doesn't
every 2 slots above 2nd level.
It's one of
every
those
2
weird
slots
ass
you get
ones,
1d6.
yeah.
Ooh, bad spell. By wizards. Good use by you is what I meant.
All right, but you do come up, and Minerva gives you a smile, and she says, "If this is adventuring, maybe I should be giving Telperion more credit. This seems kind of fun, actually. What do you think?" And she said that to you, Duvane.
Let's talk about after we kill these things first.
All right.
I love
As
the
I
two
give this thing
besties.
as I give it a paper cut.
Well, we can't all be sharpshooter archers doing 31. But
Rolls.
beautiful. It is that thing. It is the steer's turn.
Con save.
Con save. He was so ready. At the start of its turn, it gets to heal. But so, how much damage are you doing with your thing?
It depends on the save.
Oh, it fails. It fails.
Oh, so
2d10.
I rolled it twice, but the first one will count. Well, that's 1 damage less, but 6 radiant.
Okay, very good. You instantly burn away its healing resistance to magic this turn.
That is
so it's now
great
primed
use.
to take regular use. So it is is this one taunted?
No.
I thought you hit it.
It's the bear that is
Oh, okay.
taunted.
This one.
Or flanked by my ancestral protectors.
Okay, can people do me a favor? Who remembers hitting this thing last?
Which one?
The steer.
I believe me for 4 damage.
All right, it's gonna pummel you with its horns and antlers. So get ready for 2 attacks, not an advantage or anything special.
AC 20.
What? That's awesome. The 19 to hit.
That misses.
All right, it's gonna try to punch you with its hoof now. This one hits. 15, 23.
Okay.
All right, so I need to.
And I can only help out on others, not myself.
Wait, yeah, as it would hit Svenderin, I sing out to it in Celestial once more with silvery barbs that actually cost me a spell slot this time.
I've got 60.
To force it to reroll.
What do you mean actually cost you a spell slot this time?
Well, previously that was my Fey touched silvery barbs that did not require a spell slot.
Now I know why I'm not dealing any damage to you guys. It still hits.
Oh.
16 plus 7.
I wanted you to not do that because I got 65 hit points.
I look next to me at Silme and say, "Strike true with your next strike," and I grant her
You did a
advantage
good
on
job,
whatever she
though.
does.
5.
Crit. I rolled damage on the first one, and then you made me re-roll, and I had rolled 2 6s, and I just re-rolled the damage for this new hit, and I rolled one and a 2.
Nice.
Yo.
So, yeah, so feel rewarded by that. So I
do.
8 damage to you, MK.
8 damage.
Yeah.
I'm
Although
hitting
notably, you probably resist.
nothing.
You resist. Yeah, you do resist. What are you talking about? Oh,
What do I resist?
some of it. 58.
Is there a reason why? I
You're
don't
raging.
know.
Rage.
Yeah.
I'm so dumb.
Yeah, you resist piercing. Just
Forgot
take,
one
take
of the
2 off that.
core
You only take
tenets.
6. You only take 6 damage.
Nice.
Wait, I thought it was 8, so shouldn't it be 4?
Half of that was radiant.
You're so right. You're so right.
All right.
Boom. Mark.
That so this thing is vexed, and it doesn't want to be.
I just forgot about how barbarians work.
It's gonna teleport to you, ladies. Because
Strike true, Silme.
who did you give your advantage to or inspiration to?
To Silme.
Okay.
Bring it.
That's that thing's turn. Now
I
it's
imagine I don't get a
Con save.
opportunity attack.
it teleported.
Yeah.
Yes, con save on my end. Is the
For
damage
sure.
going to stay the same crit, or is it new damage?
No, I'll do new damage every time.
I do succeed.
Okay, I figured you're a Connie guy.
Well, and that 19 helped.
8 for 4 radiant.
Excellent. All right, and then I heal a little bit. Cool. So whose turn is it? My turn. I'm going to swing 3 times at Minerva.
Disadvantage on all 3.
Oh no, it's going to come to you because of the taunt. Minerva's going to take Minerva's going to, as a warcaster, with her reaction, swipe her wand and her sword together, and the star sparks are going to explode out, and the sheathing, booming staccato step is going to wreathe it, and it will instantly move away from it too. So she's about to smite this thing.
Very well done.
And I'm not going to take that.
I was about to ask Steve.
Yeah,
if Duvane
Duvane.
gets a Flame Blade opportunity.
Oh yeah, you do too. Get ready to roll your Steve. I just need to do this one. So with staccato step, I need to do
I'm sorry, Steve.
this first,
3, 4,
and
2.
then this, and it's gonna take all that, right?
If you hit it first.
If you had hit
I did.
it.
I did hit.
Okay.
So
okay.
14 plus 8 is 22 damage.
Yep.
Wow.
Sure
Look at
is.
you.
22 and 9 from Steve's Flame Blade.
9.
Duvane's
Excellent.
Moon Flame.
All right, now I need to actually calculate what his health is. But he's gonna come swing at you 3 times.
Let's do it.
None of it is with advantage or anything. So I'm just gonna roll 3 d20s.
Okay.
What is your AC? Okay, 20.
20.
Well, if all 3 hit.
Okay.
All right, that's a lot of dice. I'm
Is
just gonna
there any? Is it all like blunt, like piercing or slashing?
No, so here, I'm gonna do this in roll 20. So it is gonna do a d10, 1d10, and then 2d8s plus 9. And then I'll do the radiant separately. So everything I'm about to do, we'll have this at the end.
Okay.
So 1d10, 2d8s.
Love that.
So this is, I'm adding plus 9 to this.
Okay.
Is this just for the
24 becomes 12.
Okay. So that became 12. And then I need to do, oh, okay, yeah.
Radiant.
All right. So take 12 piercing
Yep.
damage. And now I'm going to do 3d8 for the radiant damage.
Okay.
And this is plus no modifier. So then you take 12 radiant damage.
I miss
that's-
Toby. The radiant resistance.
That's its turn, just trying to absolutely decimate you with its claws and
Deal.
teeth. And it's still in that moonbeam, but it's going to move out of it because it's finally got wits to move out of it. And then it is Minerva's turn. I need to calculate its health, though, because it's getting pretty low.
Yeah, because I was 22 and then 9 on the opportunity attacks.
Yeah. Oh, this is juice. It's real low. Okay. So Minerva is very speedy with her ability of her blade song. So she's going to get in. Well, before she does, she's going to use her bonus action to launch 2 meteors at it. And it fails the DC, so it's going to take the full damage. So the 2 meteors explode at its feet, dealing 7 radiant damage to it. Or 7 fire damage. Yeah, so -7. All right, so it has very low health. So Minerva's going to swing twice with advantage, her flanking with Savendrin. And she rolls a 17 plus 7 for the first hit. So then that's going to be her staccato step again.
Blade Song Wizards are dope that they can swing and cantrip.
So Minerva has her sword in one hand, her wand in the other. As she's running, she holds her wand forward, and two of the star specks on her brow shoot forward and land at the feet, causing this like eruption of shower, like silver fire, moonfire. And then she comes up, and then with this last twist, twirls her rapier and just puts the rapier. And as she's doing it, there's like these flaming moon blade flames sheathe her sword, and she puts her sword right through the thing's mouth and neck, and it like a robot seizes up, and then she pulls out her blade, and it just remains frozen there like a statue, and it is a dead.
Interesting.
So that was all. Minerva has one more attack, but she doesn't have a lot of movement left, and she used her bonus. So did I use 20 to get there? Oh, well, she had to go around 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, no, she has enough to get here. So she will get in this thing's space and just do one last attack with that, but with advantage for Salime. And so she misses 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, she just hit. She beats it. And then she'll just do a regular sword attack. 6 damage to it. All right, that is Minerva's turn. Salime, it's your turn.
I just want to say briefly, it is funny having the 2 monsters, then Minerva, and just 3 turns of you fighting yourself in a row.
I know. I'm real sorry about. I feel bad how that worked out.
No, it's great.
Salime, you have that inspiration from the silvery barbs, I do believe.
Yes,
okay,
you do.
I have advantage.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to cast Shocking Grasp because it is right next to me.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
So I'm assuming that hits.
Oh, nice.
Very much hits.
Zappy.
And it's still alive.
Hang on one sec. Yes, it is still alive. It is very low. You just put it down. You just halved what it had left.
And I am going to push it away from me.
Okay. Well, okay. Roll. Are you trying to push it into Minerva?
Actually, if I were to push it away, would that induce an opportunity attack?
No, it doesn't work. It has to willingly leave. So you could go here, and then you could push it this way. If you push it or you can go here and push it this way, because it's only a way or towards you. If you stay where you are, you'll push it into Minerva.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it at a diagonal.
Okay, so you want to move one down?
Yep.
Okay. So
It's got no reaction, so it can't hit yet. You don't have to worry.
Well, whatever.
oh.
I'm pushing it anyway.
I know, I'm just saying.
It does succeed. What's your DC?
15.
Yeah, it rolls a 15. So it stays there, but you have very much harmed it as. I mean, what does it look like as the electricity leaves your hand?
Like kind of stunned.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like frozen.
It is very stunned, and it is Svendron's turn.
Yeah, Sven wastes no time. I mean, 45 movement speed. She's quick to follow in the action. I'm getting in there with 2 weapon attacks. Let's do that. Wait, no, not control, shift. 23 hit. I believe it's
23 hits.
This plus 2. 14, which I believe is half to 7.
Okay.
I think that puts it at 3 if I did the math right on what you said.
It does.
17 hit?
I think it just hits.
It has an AC of 16.
Ooh.
So how do you finish this thing?
Well. Okay. It's a dash, like Sven dashes in and tries to like do like a very critical slash along the tail, and then does kind of like a leap, leaping forward to try and strike at its neck, hoping to sever the head from the body.
Okay. So you are in the air and your blade comes down, and you've been struggling this whole fight to hit as hard as you like, and your blade is like kind of nicking on the like metallic hide of these creatures, and the strength that you have creates this huge wedge in its neck, and it like, just like the other one, as soon as you do that, it like stops moving utterly. You don't fully decapitate it, but you do have to like wedge your sword out of halfway through its neck. And so I did delete the other one already. Now I'll delete this one. Then we are no longer in initiative. So you have a moment before anything starts happening. I have something ready to happen, but you have like a brief moment as you are just looking at the statuesque corpses of these two things.
I'm just going to say, Talia, as it has become clear these things are not a current threat, she causes her nightingale to spiral into the column of moon flame, becoming one with that light as that light disperses. In a column of light, she will put two hands to her chest and pray to Sehanine, the Moonweaver, and just cast one Cure Wounds on herself.
Very nice.
And since everyone's kind of gathered around the steer, I'll kind of place myself between Minerva and the bear, fully like not out of combat mode, like ready for things to keep going.
Yeah. There are a few beats of time where everyone's a little jarred. Some of you are used to combat, some of you are not. Some of you have practiced these spells but haven't like used them against truly living or like threatening beasts. So I imagine there's like a little bit of shock running through the group. Even Minerva looked shook. She was practiced a lot of magic and blade work with people, but has never faced anything like this. And you notice the bodies of these two creatures that have gone still begin to slowly particulate into dust. And it's very slow, but over the course of a minute, both start to dissolve. So they like have the edges softened, and soon the features are gone, and then the mound of just like pure thick gold and silver just become these two heaps. And then those two heaps of dust both flow into the stream and go against the current and begin traveling up. And Minerva, at least, I won't speak for the rest of you, starts following.
Talia's running over just to make sure Silme is okay as part of the same order. She's very close friends with Minerva too, but she's just like kind of looking out for Silme in this moment as they've spent a lot of time together in the order. So
Silme shining her ivory crescent, what's it called, staff, like kind of admiring it in its work.
Very cool.
What's doing? Or what's Teo doing?
I'm just gonna see that Sven and Minerva are like moving forward. I'm gonna say, wait, we're moving forward. Shouldn't we go back? What were those beasts? Are we prepared for this journey?
Now that I've kind of tended to Silme, made sure she's okay, and she seems like she's handling it well, I'll call out. Is it how do you pronounce your full name, Teo? I feel like Talia would only say your full name.
Teo Lethalier.
Teo Lethalier. I believe my augury with the Moonweaver has been successful, and though that was a threat and an obstacle, I believe just in the moment before they appeared, I thought I saw my own particulate of silver rush up the current as well, just as the silver and gold do now of these beasts. I think it is very clear we are on the path we are meant to be on.
If that is what you've seen, then that is an omen of traveling forward, I suppose.
Sehanin would not mislead us.
Sven, what do you think?
Sven is in full protection mode and is only worried about what Minerva is in the process of doing. And unless I'm mistaken, Minerva seems kind of almost a little tunnel focused on proceeding forward. So Sven's going to be right there beside her to protect her.
None of you, you as players will know what I'm talking about here. Your characters won't. Minerva is not like her brother in this moment. She's not doing a great job of like tending to you all in regards to like the post combat. You see right now the abstracted look of a scholar who is watching as these inventions, whatever they were, have just magically dissolved into dust, and that dust seeped into the river, and now she's trying to follow that dust up the river because it is still evident. It has not, the dust of the gold and silver has not dispersed. It is still a strong current of like, imagine like a column of sand going up the river. So she's kind of she's like half listening, but unless you're addressing her directly, she's kind of slow. It's not moving terribly fast. So she's just kind of slowly walking up along the stream to see where it's going. And I will say also, the waterfall ahead of you is like within 100 feet or 120 feet. So like, and to your point, Teo, you don't really see what would be past that. So you might not think that like you're all about to go in along another march or something like that. You know what I mean? So I'll pause here in case anyone wants to interject or describe something.
Just say that. All right. It seems the others are proceeding. Shall we join them, Silme?
Yeah, let's go. And I like pretend to like shoot my like use my staff to like attack, like, you know.
Oh my god, I love Silme.
To attack, you know, practicing.
It's like a kid who's like on the playground, like
yeah.
And then Minerva will call to you, Duvain. And she'll say, and she'll like kind of ask if you like try to make you hop the stream, so she can like consult with you as she's walking. And she'll say, Duvain, do you think, is that like organic magic like yours? Or is it more arcane and mechanical like mine? I can't tell right now.
I don't think there's a chance it's neither of those, Minerva. Organic stuff from would it be Melora?
Oh, yes. Yeah, there's various aspects of whoever is treated as the moon or the nature goddess, but yeah, Melora is an aspect that many would worship.
Any druidic stuff from Melora or any of the other goddesses granting natural magic like I work with, it doesn't do that stone solidifying back to powder, back up this river thing. It doesn't do that. And
I'm also just remembering that in the Seldarin pantheon, Halani would be that representation for you.
Halani.
But it is equivalent to Melora.
And right before these things appeared, I was sniffing around to see if I could gather any magical essence, and it's definitely in this stream headed up to those falls, but it's nothing that I've worked with, and definitely nothing you've worked with. I'm not quite sure what it was. Talia over here seemed to pick up something when she reached into the water, but if we're looking for answers, I think it's probably wherever those dust clouds are floating to right now.
And with that, the group will slowly migrate as a unit. Kind of with, I think, Minerva and Duvain up front, unless there's something, I'm missing there.
I will take the lead with Minerva again, yeah.
Okay.
Or not again, this time I will take the lead with Minerva.
So we'll move up, kind of keeping an eye on that. And if anyone has anything as you're moving that's coming to you, as like, I'd like to try this, or I'm just taking note, feel free. But you come here and you see in front of you the stone, I'm sorry, the silver and gold start moving up this actual waterfall. And it's just like, there's no deception here. Like, it's just going against this current in some way. And you do see stairs up to your left.
Talia just grips her amulet and just kind of smiles seeing it, because this is just aligning with her confirmation that she felt she received from Sehanin to find the source of this flow. So she's moving forward with purpose and resolve, but not necessarily saying much.
All right. Well, then we go up the stairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we go up the stairs. I like having you diagonal. I don't know why. Get you back though. And watch as the silver and gold climb up the waterfall, and you see this gold illuminated pool. But like right here, on the map, there's stone, so you theoretically could walk there. That's not there in the actual event. That's just a representation. So you just see utter water. And you watch.
Is it still? Does it seem contrary to the like waterfall and flow of the stream down below?
It's very confusing because you don't really understand why this pool is responsible for the entire stream. That's like a waterfall. It's just like the pool is like kind of just still. You don't see where there's like a flow of water feeding into it.
Gotcha.
You're able to, if anyone would like to investigate that, if you think your character would have noticed that, you may. And I might give you a little more info. Oh, did anyone want to roll? Or not?
I'm trying to think if there's a reason. Yeah, I think upon seeing this golden pool now, and especially the fact that it's so still, Talia might almost, I don't want to go overboard with the reference, but when Frodo's looking into the pool and he's just like drawn into it, I feel like Talia might be so inclined to examine closer and closer the water. And so as she gets closer to it, could I maybe roll a perception check, see if I can see anything in its depth, see if I can see any minute flow changes of direction, etc.?
Yes.
Yvain is doing the exact same motions. He's fixing his hair in his reflection.
This is probably the one time that's not her first instinct, and purely because she feels this is divine touched.
Yeah, one of your locks actually, like, as you're getting like drapes into the water, and like Minerva's like, why isn't she pulling it out? Like,
yeah. Very, very uncharacteristic, but only an 11.
You, with an 11, you're riding that previous augury, which you didn't even really have a moment to appreciate or like process because you were instantly attacked and the target of an attack. But like you're just putting it together, and it's really interesting because like others around you are not having this feeling of like divine purpose that you are, but you are just getting this odd reassurance. You don't know why from the water, but you aren't able to really glean that much more from it.
Can I do one thing as I'm looking into it? I should have announced this first. I just feel compelled to sing into the water, and I would like to try to use my Moon Domain Cleric's Channel Divinity Blessing of Selenix. As even though it's daytime, streaming through the tree cover, kind of moonlight almost radiates on me, and my vision clarifies a little bit to potentially give me advantage on that perception check.
Go for it. And I also want actually to have Teo do something. Teo, I'm thinking about your keen eyes as an archer and like your just comfortability with like terrain being out in the mix. So I want you to make a check here, but I want you to decide what kind of check it would be. That's like you're watchful and very intuitive about the natural world as a someone who needs to pay attention to it.
Okay. Maybe I'll make a nature. Are you saying you make it sound kind of perception-y, but you also made it sound kind of nature-y? Did you want me to be more focused on like the plants or lack thereof, or the types or variety, or if any are bent or anything like that? Or
You
is
know
it
Teo
more
better.
just like observing?
You know Taylor better than me, so I'll let you decide. I think he would be keen on this right now in a different way.
I'll make a nature check with that.
Okay, excellent. Um, so Talia,
Yeah,
I don't.
15 is my improved perception, which might not change things, but
Yeah, it doesn't change much because there's not much more you can glean from this except that
okay.
you are watching something happen. And I will say, you have suspicions that there's some kind of divine elements at work with whatever those things were, because they also, you're just putting it together. They responded to your celestial, and they, while other people communicated them, ignored them utterly. They did acknowledge your celestial, and looking back, when it nodded at you in a sense of challenge and like trial of like worth. So Teo, you're looking at this, not having
Yeah.
the divine thoughts.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, did you want to add or flavor it or something?
No, I was just gonna say I this is after I stooped down to help like Duvain with his hair, you know what I mean? Like comb it. Maybe I pull out a comb and like help him like in the mirror. I pop up behind him, just help him fix it a little bit like that. And then I kind of get distracted by like the plants or the water or just like anything.
I got it. I know what
in the area.
I see how I want it to piece together now, because you get out one of your combs, and I think it's like a really nice comb, like it's like metal and it's like really nice. And so you're helping Duvain with his hair, and you're like, we'll get to dyeing it. We can try the red if you want later. We'll have time. And as your comb is like dripping water back, you see that again, I just want to emphasize, like, elvish eyesight is so potent with you as an archer, and you just are very keenly aware, and you watch as the water, you see the sand start traveling, that sand, the grains of like gold and silver. You also see that there's ripples in the water coming from here, and your eyes drawn there at the same moment, and all of your eyes actually are drawn to this area too. And I have a description I'd like to read, but I can't emphasize how many Google Docs I've opened with text.
I pull Duvain away from the water and like turn his head towards like this area.
Excellent.
Duvain, over here.
Teo, easy. What am I looking at?
What you are looking at is the dust now of the gold and silver is mingling, and it is rising to the surface, and it is creating a half moon bridge. And let me draw it. Draw shape. Oh, that's not what I want. How do I draw free shape? Freehand? Okay. So it's drawing a bridge, or it's creating a bridge. And as it does so, I literally have a description of it, but I can't find it. You look here, and it's like you aren't instantly watching as this cave opens up, but the more you look, the more you realize, and you just slowly start to see depth, and you slowly start to perceive through this illusion, not like a sudden awareness. It's kind of like when your eyes start to gradually get used to the dark.
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, the bridge over a chasm, where you slowly figure out it's not an optical, or it totally is an optical illusion, but it was always there. But
yeah. And so you see the metal, the gold, it's golden metal or gold and silver, and it forms this metallic moon plate, which comes to meet you and creates a walkable path into that cavern.
This is beyond anything I thought we would encounter. I do fear for our safety should we proceed, and yet I know we must. We cannot turn back now.
Svenderin will.
Oh yeah,
look
I
to
have the
Minerva.
same reservations as you do, but if you say we have blessing on our side, then maybe forward is the wisest path.
Someone's gonna say, "I'm ready to fight again," and like readies her
Sylvia
staff
loves that.
and does like a twirl, like and like pretends to shoot.
You love that shit. All
If
right.
we move forward and we find that we are in over our head, I will extend the full weight of Sehanin's blessing upon you all.
Actually, I will monologue.
Is it checking again? Does anyone need help, or no?
I love that. I love
I
that
would-
your character says that.
Yeah.
I want him to say it.
How's everyone feeling before we head into this cave of
Duvain,
whatever it is?
I'm down.
I am not at my fullest, although I have magics to mend that. I just am weary of expending my capabilities at this time. If you are willing or eager to spare your magics, I could offer you my elbow, which is a little bit banged up.
It is unsurprising among you talented in the magics, but I think you will find if we take some short respite, we'll be up to our full potential again.
Indeed. Should we proceed forward to see what's within the cave before we make that decision?
If Minerva's haste or call to haste is anything, I think we should move forward and rest when we can. But let's at least see what's beyond that doorway. And as we're walking, I'm going to take out my wand. I'm going to hold it to my mouth, and I will start just inaudibly whispering, and then I will blow, and an ethereal butterfly will land somewhere on a wound on your body, and you're going to gain 1d6. 1d6? Massive 1d6? One?
No.
Plus 1 temporary hit point. So you get 2 hit points.
Amazing.
Sucks to be the DM watching the low rolls, but we fail forward here.
Yeah.
And those 2 HP are gonna be helpful later. I think I owe Telperion a bit of an apology, because when he came, I thought he was raving. That he came from the Feywild, that he found ruins and all this thing. Telperion hates politics, and so I thought he was just eager to be off, eager to do things without permission, and then eager to overshare and like try to save our family from disgrace because he left. But Myelite is far from my mind at this moment, because this is obviously something grander than we expected to find. And I just want to thank you for being here, but also, as I hope this will aid my family and our people, I just want you all to know that you will have the gratitude of the Loon Songs after this, and I don't ask you to undertake these risks without any promise of reward in the future. Shall we go?
As you complete that eloquently worded statement, Talia kind of sidles up next to you in a moment of tenderness that is not often shared between you two, even if you are fond of each other. And she interlocks her elbow in yours and says, "Of course, darling. Although, house name aside, I am glad to be in your company for this discovery. This is profound in its own way."
Are we ready?
I am.
I feel like Duvain would whisper to Teo and just say, I think there's only one Loon Song whose credit she'll be looking for when we get back.
So we will be wrapping up, but we shall travel through this cave. Um, and I have the text. Okay, so we go through this tunnel. We walk on this bridge. And we walk forward in the dark. Minerva holds out her hand and summons blue and white moonfire. I imagine maybe one or two other people do something similar. Yeah. So we travel through this tunnel, which is utterly dark. And as we start to see light on the opposite, in front of us, we all feel a simultaneous sensation of moving through a gentle curtain of soft magic that leaves a cool and warm tickle on our skin. And we're all familiar with this sensation because we all just passed through a mythal.
The mythal was protecting this place.
It was indeed. So, which our characters, other characters know, you would need an elf to guide you through. And in front of us, as we walk out, we find ourselves looking at what we couldn't describe as ruins per se, but an isolated yet gorgeous vista of massive trees interwoven with gorgeous buildings. And that is where we will leave off for this session.
Hell yeah.